Brock Lesnar returns to Monday Night Raw. And I said for the preview of Monday Night Raw, when Brock Lesnar turns up, you're not guaranteed something great, but you're going to be guaranteed something that is must watch. Tonight, Brock Lesnar was both great and must watch. And before I get into this Monday Night Raw review for the 11th of July 2022, I just want to say, I cannot remember a match booking decision that I wanted to go in the favour of one particular guy in fucking years. Brock Lesnar needs to beat Roman Reigns. I don't think he will. I'm actually pretty sure he won't. But Brock Lesnar needs to beat Roman Reigns. The Bloodline Tribal Chief, or as Brock Lesnar calls him, Tribal Hog. The gimmick is stale. Reigns is stale. Reigns is boring as fuck. This new cowboy Brock Lesnar shit is where it's at. McMahon needs to stop wasting millions on bitches and start paying Brock Lesnar the money that he deserves to turn up and be a full-time performer. If we can't get Brock full-time, then fuck it. Get him as many dates as we can. When he's there, record stuff. Pre-tape stuff with him. It's no fucking difficult. You could easily have Brock Lesnar on every show. I don't mean like every Raw and SmackDown, but let's say he's on SmackDown, for example. There's no reason why Brock Lesnar can't be on SmackDown every week. Let's say, even if you get him to do one show per month, there's no reason why when he's there, you can't tape and record stuff for the other 3 shows. There's fucking no... It's laziness. It's just not being creative enough to plan it ahead. Just fucking bullshit for McMahon and WWE. If they wanted the WWE to be good, if they wanted these shows to be good, they would, in fact, get fucking Brock Lesnar. They would get on their hands and knees. Instead of McMahon asking women to get on their hands and knees, he should be getting on his hands and knees and getting Brock Lesnar in the WWE full time. But anyway, we do kick off the show with Brock Lesnar. Talks about his upcoming match with Roman Reigns. Brock says pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. He is the hog slaughterer. He refers to Roman Reigns as the tribal hog, and that he is going to slaughter that hog like he does on a daily basis on his farm. We then get Heyman come out, and Lesnar says, speaking of hogs, so yeah, we get it, Heyman's a big fat hog. I like that. That was pretty funny. The fans are chanting asshole. The fans are chanting, well, not asshole, they're chanting you suck. They're chanting it at the direction of Heyman. But then Heyman responds to the fans and goes, even though we've got our differences, Brock Lesnar does not suck. So, good stuff for Brock and Heyman here. Heyman then goes on to put Brock over. He goes, he's the beast. He's a destroyer. He's the hog slaughterer. He's the annihilator. He is Brock Lesnar. He doesn't know whether he's going to send you to the hospital or send you to the morgue. But Heyman says that Reigns will do anything he needs to remain champion. Heyman says that Brock Lesnar's ended a lot of streaks, but this undisputed Universal title reign is not one of those streaks that Brock Lesnar is going to end. And Heyman says if Roman Reigns needs to, he's going to put his hand up Brock Lesnar's ass and grab his heart and pull it out the same hole. And this seemed to amuse Brock Lesnar. It kind of amused me as well. I didn't really... At first, I was like, where the fuck's Heyman going with this? But, yeah, so we could get some weird shit at SummerSlam where Roman Reigns puts his hand up Brock Lesnar's ass. I mean, I don't want to see that. That would be a bit too extreme for my liking, but you never know. It could happen. But this was great. Then Theory comes out. Brock Lesnar doesn't seem to care about Theory. Theory says that Brock Lesnar's selfish. He's willing to do anything, hurt anybody to get what he wants. He shows a package of the Elimination Chamber where Lesnar F5'd him off the top of the pod. And then Theory sets up an ambush for Brock Lesnar. The Alpha Academy come down to the ring. You've got Gable and Otis. We're about to get a showdown with Otis and Lesnar. We're expecting this to be, look at this, Otis is a big guy, Brock Lesnar's a big guy. Two beasts here colliding. Chad Gable gets from behind and he chop blocks Lesnar's leg. Lesnar doesn't even fall over. Then Otis comes and like hits a massive clothesline, like a massive splash kind of clothesline standing up. And again, Lesnar kind of just like stumbles into the corner, but he doesn't go over. And then Lesnar proceeds to batter the shit out of Alpha Academy. Takes down Otis, takes down Gable, clothesline to Otis over the top rope. Big overhead belly-to-belly release suplex on Gable. Then he gets steel steps, and he's literally playing ping-pong with the steel steps. 1 minute he's bashing it off Otis, the next minute he is bashing it off Gable. Just bash, bash, bash. I mean, this was fucking fantastic. And then he grabs Otis and hits him with an F5 through the announce table to kick off Monday Night Raw. The commentators did a pretty good job of selling this. They're standing there amazed. Like, the announce table, the ringside area is completely destroyed. Otis is just laying there motionless at the announce table. And Brock Lesnar's proud of his actions, and Heyman's looking on as if, oh fuck, Roman Reigns is screwed at SummerSlam. And that is how we kicked off Monday Night Raw, and this was absolutely great. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Lesnar's money, when Lesnar's on the show, it's must watch. Even if Lesnar's on the show and it ends up being shit, whatever he does, I mean, the fact that you know you need to watch it, right? I mean, if I see Lesnar, I'm going to watch it. If I see fucking, the name of somebody, the 24/7 title stuff, you know, if I see that, I'm going to look the opposite way. If I see Lesnar, my eyes are going to be fucking glued to Lesnar, so... yeah, good stuff. We then get, we went from great to really mediocre here. Up next, we have Ray versus Balor. They have a promo before the match, and I tell you what, the Judgment Day, the rise and fall of the Judgment Day is insane. I mean, you could argue it's actually worse than Retribution. I remember when they first hit the scene, and, you know, the Judgment Day, it was a pretty big, it felt like a big deal with Edge as the leader. I actually felt like as soon as they brought in Rhea Ripley, I felt like the group kind of went backwards a bit. But then you go from Edge leading it to fucking Finn Balor leading it, and that has to be the biggest downgrade of all time. No one's going to sit here and tell me it's not. That's actually embarrassing. You know, you've got a legend in Edge versus a small indie guy that is fucking shite on the stick, and for some reason he's the leader. I've noticed that he seems to be positioned as the leader of the Judgment Day, whereas it looks like Priest is nothing more than, you know, the heavy, the backup, the bodyguard for Finn Balor, which is a shame because I think Priest is a hell of a lot better on the mic than Balor. Not that Priest is great or anything, but he is better than Balor for sure. Balor's talking to Ray. It's like, not only are you a bad leader, you're a bad father. I know it's a shite Irish accent, like, but I'll get better at it, guys. Just have a bit of faith. And Rey Mysterio is, you know, just standing there taking this. I mean, it makes no sense. Like, a couple weeks ago, the Judgment Day beat up the Mysterios backstage. You know, they attacked them, they assaulted them. The Judgment Day have been basically, you know, criticising Rey, been bad-mouthing Rey, being very negative about Rey Mysterio over the past couple weeks. And then Rey Mysterio is just happy to stand in the ring with him. I mean, this is dumb. Surely Rey Mysterio should want to get revenge. He should want to, you know, get his hands on, not Retribution, get his hands on the Judgment Day. But then they've done a promo standing in the ring about 2 feet from each other. I mean, things like this make sense, don't make sense. It's like, I know he didn't get ran over, but let's say, for example, when Triple H paid Rikishi to run over Austin, once Austin knows that, the first night Austin finds out, you aren't going to get a promo where Triple H comes down to the ring and he's talking to Austin face to face, because Austin would fucking kill him. You know, that is how you write good stuff. But in WWE, for some reason, that seems to be gone. Then we have the match, Finn Balor versus Ray. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. It was decent. I thought it was okay. Unfortunately, Finn Balor wins. And, yeah, I don't know. I know at this stage, to be honest, I don't actually care about the Judgment Day, and I don't like Dominic Mysterio, so if Dominic Mysterio joined it, I think that would be a win-win, because I could not care less, and it would free up Ray, and then maybe Ray could, you know, get separated from his son, and maybe we could get to see, you know, one last final big Ray Mysterio singles push. That's what I would like to see. Whether that happens or not, guys, I do not know. We then get Bobby Lashley backstage. He's like warming up, he's doing these wee like weight things with his hands, and then you get Riddle appears on his scooter. Riddle comes up to him. Riddle's talking to the United States Championship, and he says to the belt, Oh, you look so much happier now. I'm glad you find a better home with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's just kind of sitting there amused. Riddle says, tonight, Bobby, bro, I'm going to hit Seth Rollins with an RKO out of nowhere. Oh, wait. I guess since I've said it, it won't be out of nowhere. Oh, Bobby. I mean, Riddle's so goofy, but at the same time, it's actually funny. Bobby says that he can't wait to get his hands on Austin Theory. Ever since Theory won that briefcase, his mouth has been cashing checks. His mouth has been writing checks that his ass can't catch. Then Seth Rollins like, hey, Bobby, we've got 10 before our match tonight. Would you like to go and watch some Stranger Things? That Velcro guy from Stranger Things scares me, but if we watch it together, then I won't be scared. Bobby Lashley pats him on the shoulder and he's like, sorry, Riddle, I've already watched Stranger Things, which is the biggest lie. I highly doubt Bobby Lashley sits down to watch Stranger Things, but Stranger Things have happened, pun intended, but nah, I don't think Bobby Lashley watches Stranger Things. Bobby Lashley says he's going to go and work out, and he's going to go and get prepared for the match, and he'll catch Riddle out there, and then Riddle's like, okay, Bobby, hey, remember the Alamo. Really good wee segment here backstage. I like both of these guys. Both of these guys, in my opinion, should be in the main event of whatever brand that they're in. I know they were in the main event match tonight, but I mean, by main event, I mean they should be in the either the world champion, or fighting for the world championship, or around that number one contender spot. In my opinion, that's how good both of these guys are. But unfortunately, due to Roman Reigns holding the belt hostage at the moment, we don't really get that. We don't have an actual, we don't have a title division. We've just got Roman Reigns holding 2 belts. Oh my God! Right then, we get Becky Lynch comes out, demands a women's title match. She does commentary. Every single week, Becky Lynch seems to be debuting a new look. I don't understand it. I mean, I think wrestling is one of those things where you kind of recognise somebody for a specific look. Wrestlers tend to make a specific look iconic. I'm not saying you can't change it up, but every time we see Becky Lynch, every single week, she kind of looks different. And I don't know. To me, that's a bit of an issue. I mean, it's like, how many years did we see Austin literally come out with just the vest and the black trunks, and it didn't do Austin any harm, dressing the same. And to me, Becky Lynch just puts too much. It's not just minor differences. It's her whole fashion changes on a week-to-week basis. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't think they know what they're doing with the Becky Lynch character at the moment. But we get Bianca Belair versus Carmella, women's title match. Surprisingly, this was actually a pretty decent match. Lots of near falls. I never really felt Carmella was going to win, but it was a pretty decent match. Ending comes when we're on the outside and Bianca Belair gets in an argument with Becky Lynch. She doesn't get back into the ring in time, and Bianca Belair gets counted out. So Carmella wins the match. She doesn't win the title, but she's holding the title up, celebrating as if she has won it. Corey Graves is going crazy. I mean, surely these guys know that she hasn't won the title. And I get she's a heel, and she's probably just happy to beat Bianca Belair, but shouldn't Carmella also be annoyed that Becky Lynch has got involved and that led to Bianca being counted out? Because this was Carmella's title shot. This was Carmella's chance to win the belt. And now, thanks to Becky Lynch, yeah, she won the match, but she's not the champ. So I don't know why she's celebrating with the belt as if she's the champion when she's not. Bianca Belair hits the kiss of death, and that ends this wee, part of the show segment or whatever. Maybe they'll do a triple threat match. Bianca Belair versus Carmella versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. Wouldn't be the worst match ever. I'm all for it. If Bianca Belair loses, I'm all for it. I'd preferably don't lose to Becky Lynch. I mean, why not? Yeah, give Carmella the belt. Fuck it. We then get one of those wee strange, mysterious messages on Raw. There's a padlock and stuff like this. When I first seen it, I thought it was Edge, but I mean, the more I look at it, the more I could see it being Bray Wyatt, to be honest. The first one I thought was definitely Edge, because it kind of seemed to symbolise everything that Edge is been involved with throughout his career. It was almost like you had the Brood stuff. You had Jeff Hardy's armbands and stuff like this. You had the glasses that he wears in the Edge and Christian. It was tables and stuff. You remember Edge when he first debuted, Never Gonna Stop Me, and he's doing those vignettes where he's walking down those very walls and stuff like this. The scenery kind of looked the same as that. So when I first seen these promos, I could have swore it would be Edge, but these couple on Raw tonight, I mean, it looked a bit more Bray Wyatt-ish to me, so it could be Bray Wyatt, who knows at this stage. Let's just hope it doesn't end in a disappointment. It wouldn't be the first time, you know, WWE do segments and stuff like that, and then it turns out to be an absolute failure, so we'll just have to wait and see. We have Miz TV next with The Miz. Obviously, we've got The Miz, and we have, what's that bald guy called? Tommaso Ciampa, right? Tommaso Ciampa. A prime example of why this guy's not got an it factor, why this guy's not a star. Didn't know his name, right? And you just look at him, at first he comes out dressed as The Miz, you know, he's got The Miz's jacket, and then whenever he did open his mouth on Miz TV, he just felt out of place. I mean, as much as people like to criticise The Miz is a good talker. Is he yeah, have we heard it all before? Is it the same shtick? Yes, perhaps, but when The Miz talks, you know, everything flows correctly, and he can deliver his lines, and when Tommaso Ciampa speaks, it's like, please, just shut the fuck up. But, yeah, so Miz is talking about how he's the man and all this, and how Logan Paul, he doesn't need him. If he needs a partner, he doesn't need to look far, basically insinuating that Tommaso Ciampa will be his new partner. Then we get AJ Styles comes out. AJ Styles is trying to speak. Miz keeps cutting him off because Miz knows he's going to go to the small balls, and AJ Styles keeps trying to speak, but Miz is like, you know, keep cutting him off, and AJ's like, come on, Miz, just let me finish my sentence. AJ Styles says that that Miz, you're a pathetic the way you lost your match last week was pathetic. It's a sign of a pathetic man, and Miz is like okay with that. He's like, whew. And then AJ had a pathetic man with really small balls, and then Miz like flips, and I mean that was a pretty wee funny line there from the Phenomenal One. We then get a handicap match. Not sure why this was a handicap match, but it's AJ Styles versus The Miz and Ciampa. We come back from the break, and for some reason Ezekiel has appeared, and it's a tag team match all of a sudden, so bit strange. I don't know. AJ Styles wins the tag team match. I mean, AJ Styles needs to be doing better than this. I'm not saying a feud with The Miz is bad, but I mean, can we just get something? Can we do something better for AJ? I mean, I like The Miz, but he just seems like your basic mid-card go-to guy for a feud. All his feuds seem just a bit the same. They all feel generic. I'm kind of bored of The Miz. I mean, I am. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. We then get Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Doudrop and Nikki Ash. You speak of, you know, returns that were uneventful and underwhelming. I mean, this Alexa Bliss return really hasn't gone anywhere. We got all those, you know, psychological vignettes and all that stuff backstage where she's speaking to the doctor, but what has that led to? She's back with a new theme song that sucks. And it's almost like she's in half goddess, half, you know, Alexa Bliss fiend like character. Surely it should be one or the other. I mean, she's supposed to be over all that shit, but she's still carrying the doll. I just don't get it. Either keep her the way she was, you know, with the whole mysterious, you know, playground shit. Either keep all that, or just have her go back to being the goddess. It's almost like they're trying to do something in the middle. And I don't think it's working. It's not working. But anyway, Alexa and Asuka win this match. I mean, what is the point of Doudrop and Nikki Ash? Seriously, just get them off my TV screen. We then have the Usos and the Street Profits. Another promo. Oh, Usos saying that they're the ones and everyone else is the twos or whatever. Then R-Truth comes out. R-Truth is giving them a whole list. I'm a certified this, I'm a, you know, this and that, and he's pulling out all these, oh, I can get you married and all this stuff, and he's pulling out all these, like, official documents. The Usos grab them off him and rip them up. They're telling R-Truth, unless you've got a special guest referee shirt on underneath your t-shirt, then you can just leave. And then R-Truth pulls out a new document, and he goes, oh, didn't you guys know I'm a certified official? So it looks like R-Truth might be the referee for the tag team match at SummerSlam. R-Truth is getting into an argument with Usos, and he says he's going to fight both the Usos. He makes it sound like a 2-on-1 match, but then goes, I'm going to fight both you guys alongside the Street Profits. So 2-on-1 turns into 3-on-2. But then Almost comes out, just uninvited for no reason whatsoever, really, comes out to the ring. And it's a 3-on-3 match, 6-man tag match. and it's a big win for Omos. He pins Angelo Dawkins. So yeah, I don't really get the point of this. I don't know why Dawkins. I mean, I don't know why the Omos really had to get involved here. I mean, R-Truth is funny. Like, I'm not going to say he's not. I do kind of like R-Truth, but I mean, yeah, overall, it was what it was. Then we get the main event, Bobby Lashley and Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins and Austin Theory. For some reason, Dolph Ziggler returned during this and sat at ringside. Not sure why. Dolph Ziggler, is he really relevant anymore? Does anybody really care about Dolph Ziggler? It's hard to care about Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, he came out, sat at ringside wearing a suit. We get the match. Bobby Lashley, big spear on Seth Rollins through the announce table. Then Dolph Ziggler interferes. He distracts Austin Theory, and then Riddle hits Austin Theory with an RKO out of nowhere, gets the pin. Then after the match, Theory's getting back to his feet. Dolph Ziggler gets in the ring and hits Theory with a super kick, which would appear to be Dolph Ziggler turning face, I guess. And are we going to get some Dolph Ziggler Austin Theory feud down the line? Maybe at SummerSlam, maybe for the briefcase, who knows? But, I mean, yeah, anything that Dolph Ziggler's in, you just expect them to lose. So, I guess Dolph Ziggler's going to be putting over Austin Theory sometime soon. And that's how Raw ended, guys. This wasn't a bad show. It actually wasn't. I mean, the opening stuff was great. The opening stuff was great. We brought Lesnar. I liked the Riddle Lashley segment. That was good. The main event match with those two was pretty good as well. The women's titles match was actually not bad. Yeah, there was some stuff on this show that wasn't bad. You know, like I said, it wasn't the worst Raw that I've ever seen. In terms of a rating, I'm going to give this... I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I thought Raw was not bad tonight. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I'm not going to lie here and say it was shit when it wasn't. I liked Raw, especially the opening segment. For me, the opening segment is like a 9. You know, I'll give it a 9. I think the opening segment was great. Yeah, there's some stuff that disappointed me, but there was some other good things that I liked, you know, so it wasn't just like the opening segment was carrying the entire show. There was some other good stuff throughout the night, you know, some good matches, and then also some funny wee promos and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm giving this Raw a 5. That's probably the highest rating I've gave a Raw in what feels like forever, but, you know, is what it is, guys. I cannot lie. I thought tonight's Raw was half decent, so it's getting a 5 out of 10 for me. What I would like to see, I would like to see more Brock Lesnar. I would like to see Alexa Bliss just change her fucking character one way or another. Maybe turn heel. Yeah, definitely turn heel. And who knows? I want to see Riddle and Bobby Lashley back in the main event title picture. So hopefully those things can happen. And I will catch you in the next one. But until then, been Fog Wrestling. Peace.